Good morning. Joey's Walk, DaVinci, Spiral, Walk and Talk. It's April 9 and it's still cold here, yet we are walking. This is Cranberry Lake in New Jersey, and every morning with Joey we walk, and why not talk as well? And I'm sharing every time I'm sharing something, something that I have discovered, something that is coming up, and working with so many people around the world. I'm constantly becoming more clear on the things that connect us all, things that are arising in these times. So I plant seeds. I'm a gardener and I cannot wait for the weather to get better and to start real gardening. Yet I plant other seeds because our mind is like a garden, constantly needing work, as the wind brings a lot of unwanted seeds. And we can look at it in one way, that it's a constant struggle, or we can choose to look at it in another way, that it's a constant work, or we can look at it in even third way, that it's a constant joy, because the joy is the natural state of being. Yet why are we struggling? Why are we creating or experiencing difficult situations? And this morning I had a discussion with my partner. I do a tarot card. I pick a card, and the card, it's the inner fight. The inner fight that we all have, and this inner fight, it's a friction, it's some uncomfortable feeling that we all go through this. So my question, for a long time, it has been not how to avoid the difficulties, but how to feel okay that it's part of this process, how to feel okay when we're down, how to feel okay when we are frustrated, how we feel okay. And yes, the inner fight is projected outside of us. Good morning, Shaylee. Yes, so we can use this time and garden, work on our garden in our mind. This is what I constantly do. I constantly garden. Impressions, thoughts, beliefs, questioning myself, digging. This is my passion. This is what I'm passionate, and I'm sharing with you my own personal discoveries, because this life. It's so personal. It's so personal. It talks through. It's like a wave. It's like moving. It's moldable, and it's time for fine-tuning and molding. And I catch myself, I feel something, and I go with these feelings. And today I had something that came out from the past, like shadows from the past, an emotion, feeling inferior, feeling small, feeling insignificant. And it's like, wow, where did it come from? And we don't need to do anything. We just need to acknowledge it. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Just talking about life and all little pieces that we are experiencing in every moment, and how to be okay. How to be okay when you see something outside of you. And the way I do it, if I see something outside of me, I go in, I turn the direction in, and what was the inner conflict that I projected on the outer reality? And it's become more, it starts to scream to us, it starts to yell at us, something from the past, it's coming, and it only comes to be released in the name of love. And as I'm changing the way I look at my inner fight, as we start to change the way we see the inner fight, it's as we recognize it and as we understand what is happening, there's a mechanic, there's a process that it's very natural. And if you look the plants, how they grow, if we look in nature, it's an absolute perfect example what is going on with us. I've been saying this, we've been pushing from the ground, all of us, we are popping out, and the resistance of the hard soil, it's what it's happening. It's as general, and then using this general principle, we can go and release, or not even release, it's like allow this to happen. Where I'm going with this, I started with the inner conflict. I had a little push, little feel this morning of inferiority. I'm not good enough, I'm not love enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. And it's something that came and haunted me from my own past. And we all have this seeds that somebody planted, and they have grown. And what to do, what to do, this is a catchy thing. What to do when you're feeling struggling, when you feel the inner fight. Actually, it's nothing to do. And it's more and more clear, it's nothing to do. We've been caught in this game of doing, but it's not that we need to do anything. We just need to sit. And I sat with my own personal DaVinci spiral. It works with me. It tells me story. It's what are the energies. And as I see it, first energetically it works with me. And if you have done DaVinci spiral activation, you will know exactly what I'm talking. You just sit there and allow all these pieces. Just give me a second. Allow all these pieces to come up without judging them. So that feeling of inferiority, and Joey is, alright, Joey is chasing a squirrel. Here he is. So pieces that are coming up. A piece of a feeling arose of, gosh, I'm so inferior. I'm I cannot be compared with anyone else, but I want to be like others so I can be accepted, so people can love me, because if I'm not loved, I'm nobody and I don't feel good to be nobody. So this is, we all have this inner game that we play in a conflict, in a struggle that arises from nowhere, but actually it arises from it's like this plant, this weed, and again I'm in this corner, and it's saying hello, squirrel, distraction. Yes, back on the inner conflict. So the inner conflict, and where I'm going with this, I want to make a point, a big point, that the fears that we have, somebody planted a seed, somebody gave me an idea that was like a seed, that our biggest fears are what are driving us into our biggest perfection. Our biggest fear, it's our best ally. Look at that. It's cold. It's in the 30s. It's like 30s here. 31 or 32. So our biggest, Evelyn, good morning, dear. I can only read half of the message, but I will come back and read you all the messages. Thank you for being here. And what is really common, that we are experiencing a very similar emotions or feelings. They're very personal, but the mechanic is the same. So something arises. I don't feel good enough. Comparing with whom? Comparing with what? What is the comparison? And this morning I realized fully, it's like becoming more clear that really what I'm most afraid of becomes my biggest ally. It kind of burning your ass to do, and I'm gonna give you an example. It's like if your biggest fear, Joey, he's in a big move. There's so many squirrels here today. So if your biggest fear is that you're not gonna have money, the whole energy it's pushed towards that most probably you do have money, because this burns you. This is existential fear. If your fear is that you are not intelligent enough, guess what? I bet you're so intelligent. You are freaking amazing and smart, and because this is existential, it comes from the biggest fears that we have. They become our best allies. So the inner conflict, it can take you on this discovery to see, and nothing to do. And this is what DaVinci spiral activation, the reading chart, it's constantly, it's presenting to me every single day when I'm doing activation with someone, that seeing that their biggest fear, the biggest challenges, they're our best allies. So see what you're afraid of today, really on existential level, because what you're really afraid of, it's your biggest gift. It's your Or if you separate it from you, something outside, it's your bigger ally, it's your biggest supporter, it's that one which gives you most energy to do the things that you do. But once we realize this, we can rest and smile and sit back. And in this moment, where there's aha moments that we realize our own personal life path. Oh, it's a doggy. Okay, I'm freezing. My hand is freezing, and I want to bring that point of identifying your inner conflict. Who are you fighting with in your head? It's like an imaginary fight that we do, and there's an inner struggle, and then this inner struggle is projected outside of us, but we cannot go and fight the outside, because the outside is only a reflection of what we've been thinking. So going in, direction in, time goes backwards and inwards. Backwards and inwards is the direction. And only then from the center of your own spiral, you can sit in the center and see all the elements and see all the pieces of you that you are projecting. And then you sit and there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do but just realize and collect your pieces. Joey, he is really pushing. Come on, Joey. Yeah. So, little talks. I have a YouTube channel that I started to upload all my Facebook walks and talks. It's DaVinci on YouTube. Or you can follow me, so every time I do a video, you have notification. If you like it, if it thrills you, if it inspires you, nothing you have to do, nothing, absolutely nothing. We don't need to do anything. We just need to see it, because once we see it and realize it, what we are doing with ourselves, because we are doing it from ourselves to ourselves. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, all of you. Let's see how many people are here. Pamela. Good morning from Evelina. Susan. Shelley. Yes, these are my little talks about life, and if I can inspire you. Great. Yes, I cannot wait. It's been a long winter here. It's been very, very long winter. And yes, just look. The moment you identify your inner conflict, it reveals itself. And if you're drawn to my work, you can. If you're drawn to DaVinci Spiral, you can book a spiral reading and activation. And I will talk more in details about your what is going on, what are the energy, what are the favorable energies. I love Katerina. I love your name. It's such a beautiful name. Yes, I love you. All pieces of perfection, and we are so okay. We are okay. We just don't know it. Not yet, not fully. But it's okay, and this journey that we're having, it's the most delicious journey. And whatever you say, this is what we create. Whatever we say, whatever you want to experience. All right, I'm gonna be finishing I don't have a glove. I just carry one glove today. And I'm freezing. So, have a magnificent, beautiful morning, day, evening, wherever you are. I love you.